What's up, everybody? It's your host, Jonathan Brown. This is another episode of Reality Roundtable. I got a former guest. He's back for part two. My boy, Treylen. Then dropped his new project, A Hippie in the Hood. What's up, man? How you feeling?
It's good, man. Feeling good. Just came off a room trip, low key.
Oh, man. We do not need details of that. Yo, so what's life been like, man, since you dropped this new project?
It's been interesting. Been through a lot of things since the album was dropped, but I'd say it's definitely in a positive trajectory.
Now, that is one thing that I've noticed about this album versus your last project that you put out. In your last project that you put out, you seem to be like while both of them are kind of personal, I feel like on the last project you were kind of more in a dark place than you were on this project. On this project, you seem to be more on like a positive way. You touched on maybe like one or two like dark things on this project, but on this project, it seems just to be more of a feel good vibe.
Yeah, I was just feeling good, really, for the most part. And I really wanted to make something that niggas can relate to and then just feel good with. Even with those, some of the songs that have darker vibes on them, some of the darker topics, I still wanted to make something you could like at least bob your head to or turn up to. So, yeah.
Yeah, so with this whole project, like what direction did you like, was that intentional that you want to do? Like, is this like a direction you wanted to go in just to show like how you've progressed in life?
I don't know that I would say it was necessarily intentional, just sort of happened how it happened, but I think it is cool that it happened how it happened because it just kind of shows the growth that I've been through as an artist. I feel like it's like foreshadowing more music to come and kind of the caliber of the music to come.
And so what you been up to since our last interview, man?
None much. I'm just reconnecting with folks that I maybe fell off with or whatever the case may be. Getting closer with my family and my hippies. Niggas single now. I'm just really living my own thing, doing my own shit. I mean, come on, man. The last project was called Land of the Heartbroken. What do we expect?
I don't know. I'm just saying, on the last song past that, you shouted out your girl on that song, but man's a single now.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, I guess so. A lot happens in 3 weeks. Hey.
All love at the end of the day, man.
Hey, man. That's not our business. I ain't gonna get too deep into that.
Yeah.
But nah, like, okay, so since our last interview, I seen that you've been on Say Cheese again.
Yeah.
With your song LSD Bandana. What was the response you got from that song?
Yeah, that's funny. From the song in general, actually niggas fuck with that song. That's one of my I think it might have one of the stars too right now on Apple Music because niggas is really fucking with that album. But I know when Say Cheese was covering that bitch, it was a reality check for me. There was a lot of hate on that bitch.
Yeah.
A lot of hate on that bitch. So I don't know. I mean, I'm used to seeing like just stupid hate, but I felt like this is the first time it felt like, damn, like these niggas is really trying to dig into me. But I didn't let it get to me like that. Bounce back with the album, really. Bounce back with the album, and we got more shit that we working on in promotion for the album, and visuals. We got a lot of shit coming for it. So
see, I saw the comments too, and the comments, like the hate for the comments, from what I saw, was mostly about the video, not really the song.
Yeah, I mean the thing that sucked about it was, it wasn't a music video. It was literally just we had just done the photo shoot for the cover. We just ended up like shooting a promotional video just for the record, basically I rapped it all the way through, and then I think I rapped it all the way through like 2-3 times maybe at the most, and then they clipped them together, and I thought they did a really good job for what we had. I mean, it was just a little photo shoot we shot a video for, a little promotional video, but when niggas get to see the other visuals that we have in line, they'll get to see the difference in it. Like, we got some more artistic shit coming.
See, now everybody don't know that was just a promotional video. People actually think that's the actual music video.
Exactly. Yes, we gonna bounce back when they see the next shit. Niggas gonna be like, oh, okay, I see where he going with this.
Yeah. So you can't really blame them for that. And mind you, like you say, you saw, hey, I mean, like, you're an artist. That's just gonna come with territory. You're not gonna please everybody. So.
Nah, yeah, most definitely. It's one of those things where, nigga, who is it that said that shit? Gunna? He's like, I don't read comments. It was Baby. Yeah, I don't read comments.
And also,
you gotta stop reading comments.
And also, since our last interview, you've also been on a mixtape that was promoted by Dave East. Yeah. How did that come about, and how did you get your song Vagabond on there?
He originally, it's funny. So originally I didn't drop it. I posted like a snippet of Hood Hippie before like I dropped anything from the album yet. And he slid up on my story, which is weird because he don't follow me or nothing like that, so I don't even know how he saw it. But he slid up on my story with the like eyes emoji. So I was basically trying to get him to feature on Hood Hippie. But and DM me back on that. so then a little while later he hit me up about the opportunity for his mixtape, and I sent in Vagabond, and then the rest is history.
Like, what made you want to sing in Vagabond off this album rather than the other songs?
I feel like Vagabond has probably the best hook I've ever came up with, because just in terms of the lyricality of it. It's funny you said that, because me and my nigga Impress right here, one of my hippies, we was talking about that shit earlier. It's like a quadruple. What's it called? Quadruple entendre. Yeah, we had what was this? Smoking on Doty with Cody. My nigga Zach got packed. They wrote What a Sweet Life. Like, yeah, it's like just the whole thing. It just keeps on expanding on it. It's just really, I thought it would be some dope shit to put out and shit niggas can rock with. And then it's got the beat switch for a second, and then it comes in with like a singing verse at the end. So I just thought it'd be some cool shit to give niggas a taste for what I'm coming with.
And also, speaking on Vagabond, that song's also been featured on Genius. Like, what was it like for you to have one of your songs on Genius, a platform like that?
Cap, shit's dope, man. Shit, it's a good feeling.
Like, how did that come about, though? Like, did they reach out to you, or did it just like suddenly just appear on there?
I don't know, to be real with you. It was just on there, and then one day my manager sent me like the little link for how it was up there. He was like, he just sent that shit to me. So it was like, we doing something, right?
Now, on the interview you did with High Strong on Trill Talk, you basically, like, he asked you a few of the artists that you would want to collab with. I forgot who you said. Like, who were he had asked you 3 artists that you wanted to collab with. Who were those 3 artists again?
Damn it. I don't know. I was high. I don't remember who I said.
Oh, man, but that was a good interview. Like, y'all go check out that interview on Instagram at Official High Strong.
Yeah, it's just funny.
It is a funny interview. It's a real laid-back interview. I feel like the way that you two, like, clicked, I just feel like it made for, like, a smooth interview.
Yeah, it was just like it was chill. It was like, almost like now it's just like a conversation, really. It wasn't like
it's just recorded.
Yeah, sometimes you do an interview and the person's just kind of like, they ask the question, then you answer, and then it's like, okay, here's another question. And it's like,
yeah,
all right. But like, Yeah, it's always cool when you can do interviews and it's like an actual conversation with somebody.
Now, I'm gonna let you know, like earlier today when I was talking to you, I said I had played your album like 4 times in rotation all the way through today.
Yeah.
It's probably a whole lot more because when I was working out, I was listening to it like literally like for like 2 hours straight while I was working out.
Some more jumps on there.
Yeah, like basically like I was really trying to digest what I was listening to. And I didn't at first, let me be clear, I didn't think your album would be music that I could work out to, but it's not a bad vibe. It's really not a bad vibe. Like, cause your music, it's like kind of slow. It's kind of like music that you have to sit down and just like think about. But I'm like, no, like I can listen to this, but nah. Speaking of Vagabond, I'm gonna let you know right now, it's not my favorite song. It is not my favorite song on the album.
For a lot of people, it actually isn't. Yeah, Vagabond for a lot of people was not the best received. It was actually the funny thing when I first dropped it. A lot of people were like, "Oh, so this what you doing now? Like this the new vibe?" Okay, but so it was kind of hit or miss. And then coming back with LSD Bandana was kind of like redemption in terms of the song quality, but then again, you had the Say Cheese shit going on with it. But it's all been a learning process, and I think when niggas get to see the other visuals that we got coming with it and some of the other things we have planned, they gonna really be rocking with us. They gonna feel us.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite song on the album is A Hippie in the Hood. I just feel like that one right there, like that one has the best vibe to it.
I feel like it's the most honest song on there in the sense of like it's the most like raw song on there. It's the most like that one is one where it's more so like acknowledging all the faults in it. I'm acknowledging all my faults. I'm acknowledging every aspect of that lifestyle that I'm living.
Yeah. Cause you
while
say,
at the same time being able to acknowledge who I am.
Yeah, because you say on the hood, how is he a hippie in the hood? Maybe because I'm on my business, so they hit me in the hood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
what was the next part after that?
I could be with all my niggas while they speaking off the book. It's like I ain't understood. I'm just chiefing on the wood. Yeah.
And then like in the next verse, you talk about how people are looking out for you and just trying to keep the peace.
Yeah.
So where were you going with that verse?
Just really speaking on, I mean, I got a lot of homies that's part of that do a lot of different things.
Yeah, we don't need to get into it.
Yeah, I got a lot of homies that do a lot of different things, but for the most part, I just be chilling, smoking, and but because of those connections that I built with them, and because of the brotherhoods that I've formed with these people, it's like a family. So at the end of the day, as chill as I am, if somebody want to test me for whatever reason, or because I'm associated with somebody that they're not cool with, I got people that'll really go to bat for me that I know will do that, no cap.
And with you being from Texas, San Antonio, more particularly, but this is talking about like Texas as a state.
Is it?
Texas has been kind of wild on rappers lately.
Yeah.
And you don't seem like the type of person who like wants to get into beef like that.
Nah, not particularly. I mean, if somebody try me, it can be what it's gonna be. But
yeah,
I mean, nah, I ain't too much for all the stupid shit.
Yeah, like not speaking on nobody's situation in particular. Like, what do you think? What is your thoughts on like what's going on in Texas right now? It's been a wild month down there.
It's a lot. I don't know, man. What did Tupac say? At a certain point, niggas is hungry, bro. Not to justify the shit, but
yeah,
it's at a certain point where the city been down for a minute, so it's like niggas is down bad, niggas is hungry, and niggas is looking for the first opportunity they can get to the top. So that's why Boosie said, when you blow up, get out your city.
So is that what you plan on doing?
I mean, That's the plan, yeah. But I always want to be able to stay local, so I want to have multiple cribs. Really, once I'm able to do that, I want to have multiple cribs. But as long as I can, I want to stay in SA. I'ma move different than a lot of these other people move. That's another thing. A lot of these niggas is moving really. I'm just put it simple, moving flashy.
Mm-hmm.
You move flashy. I mean, it's like I said, niggas are hungry. So, if you a walking lick.
Yeah. And speaking on beef in the rap game, we just had this versus with Jeezy and Gucci, and I think everybody knows about. Did you watch that versus?
Yeah.
And I think everybody kind of knows about that beef, but at the end of it, we saw them perform their hit song "So Icy" together, and
yeah,
and hopefully that squashed their beef. I don't know, but there might be like some type of peace. So
I think that's more so. I don't know about peace.
Yeah.
As much as it's just like, I don't know. They just letting it be what it is and leaving it where it's at. But I don't think I don't think they cool, or it's gonna be nothing more from them in the future, nothing like that.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't expect for them to be cool after everything that's transpired with them. But I think with them, I would just hope that, no other casualties come from this whole situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute, right?
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
I would think they'd be straight. I feel like this was really kind of the show, like, we gonna leave that where it's at. Like, I feel like they can, from my opinion, it's like, we can put on the facade like we cool, but I think at the end of the day, it's just, we gonna leave that in the past, and, I'm gonna do me, you do you type thing.
Now, on your interview with High Strong, he had asked you about the visuals, but you said you couldn't talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, dang. I kind of wanted to ask you about that, but, I'm going to leave that where it is.
That's cool. Yeah, I can't. I can't get into details about it. I just actually got off the phone with my manager about what we gonna do, about the concepts and the location and shit. But that's all I can really say, is that I talked about it.
Okay. Hey, last time we spoke, did you have a manager?
Nah.
Okay. So since you got a manager, like how has it been? How is like your career different since you've gotten a manager?
It's been extremely helpful. Like, he, in a way, like, pretty much kind of like almost like executive produced the album. He helped me get the cover together. He helped me get the track list stuff. He's putting me in those positions with those people that, with the photographers and with those people. And then he got me booked for this cypher and shit. What else did he do? He done a lot of shit, man. I'm high right now. I'm sorry, Frank. Came off the shroom.
I mean, I don't think people would expect anything different, but yeah, you talking about like how he executive produced. Speaking of which, at the end of Past That, you shout out your boys JP and Boulevard. What was it like working with them?
That's like home. Working with JP was always JP, so that's always gonna be just family shit. But I mean, this is the first time I actually got anything from Boulevard, and the way that came about was just, he posted that beat on Twitter, and I was like, yo, send me this. And he said 35. And I sent him that 35. Like, that nigga, he gave it to me for the low. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like, fuck it. So yeah, we did that shit, and Vagabond is what it is.
Yeah, so like, what can people expect from you now that you dropped your project? Because I know you probably got some more music in the can. Because I could tell you've been working. You ain't took your foot off the gas since our last interview.
I'm trying to let my hippies get some shine in for 2021 for the most part. I got this. Never mind. Frank probably don't want me to say that.
Yeah.
It's just a lot coming, man. Like you said, I got hella shit in the book. I'm always cooking up. I got different vibes for the seasons, man. Let's leave it at that.
All right, man. And when you also, let me go back once again to your interview with High Strong. In the interview, you said that when you first started off rapping, you wanted to be one of the greatest. Mind you, you say you still want to be great, but you want to leave like a certain type of legacy with your music. Now, with your music, the legacy that you want to leave, do you feel like you want your music to be like where it's on versus type level? Because to be on versus, you have to be a legend. Let's just be real about that. You have to have at least 20 hits.
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't know if I see myself really striving, not necessarily not striving, because that sounds like laziness, but like, I don't know if I too much care to be necessarily like the versus type of legend. I'm thinking about it, you probably wouldn't ever see like a dude like Nas maybe in some, no, you could see Nas in some shit like that against another dude of that caliber. So yeah, you know what? Yeah, put me on that shit. No cap. No cap. I'm trying to be a legend.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, don't limit yourself.
Try to do all that.
And you should, man. Like,
my name up all them.
It's like when you talk about your music on social media or whatever, and you say, oh, like, I'm trying to do this for the city. Like, I'm like, you want to be big in the city. And I remember one time I had responded, I'm like, nah, we thinking globally right now. Yeah, I'm like, let's not limit you to just San Antonio, man. Let's just go. Let's go worldwide with this.
Most def. Yeah. I want to spread the movement all over. Like, I want this shit to reach all over, of course, America and shit, because that's just where I'm at. But like, I definitely do want, the hood hippie movement to be something that people can see all across the world and really feel and vibe with and just rock with.
God dang, I don't know why I keep doing this, but I gotta go back to the interview with High Strong. Like, literally, like, I'm really quoting this a lot. But in the interview, you said that the moment in your career where you felt like, oh, like, this is really for me, is when you had put Puff Pass out and it got like 20K streams.
Yeah.
In like what, 2 weeks or something like that?
I don't even fucking remember. That shit it felt instant though. I just know it felt like instant, especially considering that was the first song I dropped, and like, we didn't know how to promote it, stupid, crazy, nothing out of this world. So for it to do them numbers off rip, it was just kind of like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. Like, it was like a sign, the sign that I needed at that time.
Now, what's keeping you going music-wise, even, knowing that really you can't do shows right now? I mean, like, you can do shows, but it's kind of limited, I guess, with everything going on.
Just knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, COVID can't last forever. We can't, it won't be like this forever. Shows gonna come back eventually, and when they do, you just gotta have faith that, I'm gonna get booked again. I'm gonna be able to turn up the same way I was back when shit was, on and popping.
Do you think your grind would be the same if COVID didn't happen? Do you think you'd be able to drop like more music, the same amount of music had COVID not happened? Because now you can be in the studio more.
I wouldn't say whether I would have dropped more or less music, just because I'm really strategic about the way that I drop anyway. So like, I would definitely say though, I feel like I'm working the same way I would have been working if COVID wasn't a thing. Like, I always just, the level of effort I put towards music is something I really probably couldn't even like fully get somebody to grasp, because it's like, I don't know, I honestly feel like if you really want something, you gotta almost like work at it like you're insane. Like, you gotta be like the mad scientist with that shit. And you gotta always be working at it and always be formulating and scheming on different different shit, whether that be lyrics or whether that be promotional plans or whatever the case may be. You always got to be scheming. So,
what do you miss about performing live shows?
Turning the fuck up. I miss like having fans. I miss having fans say all the lyrics and shit, like without me like having to say that shit. I miss them singing along and shit. That's some dope shit, man. That's some life changing shit.
Hey man, is there anything else you want the people to know?
Shit. Hippie in the Hood is available on all platforms. Make sure that you streaming that. Share that with your loved ones. Fuck it, share it with your ops. I don't care. We all need that. So yeah, a Hippie in the Hood available everywhere. Smoke some. TH season. 'Tis the season. Always and forever. It's Forever Young Entertainment. You know how it go. Yes sir. That's gang. Smoke some. So you know how it goes. Yeah, that's it.
Shoot, man, I've been trying to buy the album on Amazon. Amazon tripping though.
Dog, I'm about to call them motherfuckers and raise hell.
Shoot, man. Like I said, like I got to show that support to you, man. Like, I really rock with your music like that.
I appreciate that, bro. For real. For real.
But yeah, man, y'all go follow Treylen on Instagram at TREY1EN. It's the same thing on Twitter too, right?
Yes, sir. No cap. Same shit everywhere, except for Snapchat, but that's more like a private thing.
Yeah, yeah. We don't need to know that. All right, man. I appreciate you joining me for this interview, man. Like I said, hey, we did it again. We did it again.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody. This has been another episode of Reality Roundtable. I'm your host, John DeBrown. Join us next time for the next episode. Peace.